It's all there. And that just sits up in...
The care industry doesn't always get the best publicity, but one home care business in Folkestone is setting new standards in recruiting and retaining staff. The owner and manager of Aspire Home Carers told me how he set out to raise the bar for the future of the care business.
Aspire started from a clean sheet of paper. I went and did a lot of research in the British Library about what home care was about, what some of the challenges were in home care, and thought, well, if I'm going to get involved in this, I'm going to do everything better. And one of the key areas is staffing, how you treat your staff, how you pay for your staff, how you develop your staff.
Roger's deputy manager explained the ethos of the team.
Got a lovely small team, everybody gets on really well. You're not doing back-to-back calls, you're not out from 7 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, and I just think it's a really nice, relaxed way of working.
The idea of caring for people in their own home to maintain and improve individuals' quality of life is not new, but Roger has a clear vision of how this business is fit for the 21st century.
We're not here just to do the bog standard and to do standard and okay care. We want to give the very best in care, and that starts with training and development. So we take that very seriously. It starts from the induction stage where people come in and they get a very, very good induction over a course of a week, 10 days. And that will include shadowing one of the senior carers and be given the time to learn and develop.
Also Bobby supports Henry as well, so we'll be going over to see him today.
Excellent.
Okay.
I joined a senior carer on a home visit when she demonstrated the importance of providing a regular and consistent service, which in turn builds genuine trust and rapport with the client.
Since October last year.
Oh right, so about 6 months.
Yeah.
Hello, Henry!
It can be all different sorts of challenges, from you could go in and a client could be unwell, or they could have had a fall. It could be down to where they're sort of ill. Infections with dementia can be really bad because it makes the confusion a lot worse. So, you know, or you could have a family member turn up, or someone turn up trying to gain access into the property, and so all different sorts of things that you can come across in day-to-day work. So I'm all right standing here. I'm not going to get a left hook then.
No, you're quite safe there.
Oh, that's good then.
So the weekend.
Henry's son explained how Aspire Home Carers stood out as the care service of choice.
We looked at 4 different companies. Just through local, papers and internet and people saying recommendations. Met all 4 of them, and out of the 4, with Aspire, it was just, I don't know, just something about Jane and Becky that come up. So you just got the feeling that they wasn't here, just for the money. It is more, they wanted to be here.
If the clients aren't confident and happy with the carers, that relationship doesn't work, and we're not then offering a service that that client is paying for and deserves as well. So we really encourage that. We do that because we try and keep the carers and the clients consistent.
It's all there.
I spoke with another carer who talked about what is expected of an Aspire carer.
We don't do any short calls. Minimum call is 3/4 of an hour. If when you've finished doing whatever you've gone in for, whether it's personal care or whatever, if the client or the family would like you to sit and have a cup of tea and a chat, we do.
How do Aspire carers deal with the emotional elements of the job?
If you've had a client for quite a long time, you do become attached, and when you lose them, it's coping with that loss without showing the family that you're affected as well as them, because you're there to support them at the end of the day. And being a small firm, we all get on, we all chat, and we have regular meetings, get together, so any problems can be aired and sorted out, and everything's dealt with immediately.
I asked another relative why he chose Aspire Home Carers to look after his mother.
Aspire weren't the first carers that I phoned up, but actually they were the only ones that gave me positive feedback. Some of the others, I wouldn't have even entertained them. Phoned them again, arranged a meeting with them, and they sort of came round, assessed mother and what her needs were. And within a week, we'd set up carers coming in.
What does the future hold for a care industry coping with an increasingly elderly population?
When I was at school, it was childcare, it was typing, and those sorts of things. I think now this should be offered more freely to children to think about this as a career.
Growing market, so you think it's an obvious place for people to move into?
Yeah, and it's such a satisfying job. I mean, I absolutely love my job.
I asked Roger how he is considering ways to retain good quality staff in the long term.
Yeah, that's a very important question because that leads to the growth and success of Aspire as we go along. That will be based on the staff we find and the quality of care they provide. I think to do that we will continue to invest in our training and development, but also we hope to make the staff owners or people who have a stake in the business really. We want to go along the John Lewis model, partnership model, where staff have a stake in the business.
If you know someone who is in need of a high standard of care in their own home, or if you are looking for a rewarding career in home care, please call 01303 258 348 or email info@aspirehomecarers.co.uk.